Welcome to Orlando, Florida. A couple of teams hoping to finish their season in magical fashion by taking home a victory in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. Fair catch called for and made. The Longhorns offense will get the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Walters, feeling some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He's going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we're planning to see a few more throughout this game.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Texas! And once he got loose, it was all over. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. The Hawkeyes offense will go to work for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
And the Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo.
A nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in defense. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it right on his guy.
Soft spot in the middle. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy, making an accurate throw.
It'll be a draw. Tackle is made after the 1st down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. The Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's got it on the run. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa! Up And over Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense.
Looking to take a shot. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Moncrief. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather.
It's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
The give to the right. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. It is good! And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out and force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Hawkeyes will hustle to the line. He's looking to throw it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up, get the extra practices mentally and from a confidence standpoint to turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we were getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
Off the play fake on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Shakes off the defender. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Thomas back to pass. Makes the grab over the middle. The Hawkeyes get it past the sticks. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, third and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
They go to the draw. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Hawkeyes have pushed it inside the 20. Hand off from the gun. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. So now on comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and makes it. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Walters. Got his man on the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a film session.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And the Longhorns pick up the first down.
And I don't care if I get him by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Running back searching for a hole. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to throw, it's Walters. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Longhorns will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for the big play. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas! The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Hawkeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Now they'll run the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes a move. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Morrison. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll try it over the left side. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Leaves it with the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Texas. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Thomas looking to fire. Completes it in the middle. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line in the hurry up. Comes out throwing on first down. It's complete to the right. Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. Oh, it's out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over. Give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. To the air, it's Walters. He's not afraid to go deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Longhorns will punt this one away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A first half that gave us some riveting moments, Reese. Not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. Just a dynamite start to the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. While that first half certainly wasn't what they had in mind, maybe a big comeback is in the offing here in bowl season.
And I think that's a nice way of saying they were awful in the first half. They were terrible. Bowl games, you wonder about motivation. One thing I know, they were clearly not motivated, Paul.
No, they didn't look focused at all in that first half, David, but this is a team that has a ton of talent. They can put it here together in the second half. They can close the season out with an exclamation.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The Hawkeyes will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Texas offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll try it again. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the
And that pressure just engulfed him. This defense.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Reads it, fires complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Hawkeyes want to pick up the tempo. They'll leave it with him. Nice move there. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. 3rd down coming. To the ground to try to move the chains. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Here's the handoff. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. They want to get this defense on its heels. Give to the back. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Thomas back to pass. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
This defense has a 3-possession lead at this point. You're seeing how dominant they are up front. They have done such a good job recruiting D-linemen, linebackers, guys that can blitz. They've got speed. They've found guys in the portal. They've recruited guys out of high school, and they are just eating right now.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
They'll try to run for it. The Longhorns will move the sticks.
And this is a guy that can find you the 80-yard. That play just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. And the coverage team all over it, and the punt is down inside the 40.
Man, it looked like that was a house call. He made the first guy miss. It was going to the house. He was going to score a touchdown. And then, man, what a big turn of events. Talk about shifting momentum. He coughs it up, gives it to the other team.
He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Thomas looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. From the shotgun, the inside give. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The Hawkeyes in the hurry up. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quick strike complete. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
He's got the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Coming after it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. Bringing the heat. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to blast their way in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Hawkeye! A methodical drive and they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? You see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and hauls it in. He's backed up deep in his own territory. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
To the air, it's Walters. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. And the Hawkeyes are in the hurry-up.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Thomas back to pass. He makes the connection. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Give him 6. Touchdown, Iowa! They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. This offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
trying to get to it. That pass not Moses. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Thomas looking to fire. Got it set up on the outside. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You could see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
They'll try to get outside. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll toss it to the left. Still running at the 40. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Thomas back to pass. And they got him for the sack. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
After that incompletion, fourth and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Rolls it in. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. Ripping through the defense. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Thomas looking to fire. Grabbed in the end zone for a touchdown, and there's still a hill to climb, but they are still fighting, staggering, stumbling, but still upright and not finished yet.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do